Brothers and sisters, just recently, after months of work, the Executive Board Claims Committee of the Staff Pension Plan issued its decision on my appeal concerning the wrongful attacks on receiving the pension I earned. Nearly 20 years ago, I began collecting under the IAFF Staff Pension Plan after more than 24 years of service as an IAFF staff member. Then, just a little under a year ago, 19 years after my pension began, an email was sent on February 17, 2020 by our General Secretary-Treasurer using his personal Gmail account, asking his newly hired pension attorney, and I quote, "Can you get me the federal regulations or plan language or lack thereof which can prohibit Harold's collecting a staff pension while still an employee?" End of quote. That clear leading personal email was when the attacks were really launched, falsely accusing me of taking an illegal pension. On Saturday, September 19 of this year, after months of investigating and researching, the Claims Committee of the IAFF Staff Pension Plan, appointed by the IAFF Executive Board, vindicated me by ruling, and I quote, "By August 31, 2000, the date Mr. Shapeberger's employment as Executive Assistant to the General President ended, it is undisputed that Mr. Shapeberger had accrued a vested benefit under the staff plan based on more than 24 years of employment with the IAFF, and that he had satisfied the age and service requirements for an early retirement because he was past age 53, the earliest age under the 1996 staff plan, the plan that was in effect when Mr. Shapeberger retired in 2000, at which a participant with at least 10 years of service could retire and receive the full amount of his accrued pension benefits in the form of an early retirement." End of quote. Now that we have the truth, it's important to understand the background. Following the General Secretary-Treasurer's inappropriate leading demand for an opinion against me, the pension plan attorney prepared an opinion for the Executive Board that was based on the wrong plan document and the wrong IRS law. Regarding the 3 alleged independent legal opinions that have been endlessly referred to, not only were the wrong plan terms considered, but the legal advice provided to the Executive Board was based on the law as it was years after my retirement, not properly on the law that applied at the time I retired. And just as importantly, 2 of the opinions were closely coordinated through the General Secretary-Treasurer's office, ensuring a collaborated effort between the plan attorney and the now terminated law firm Nelson Mullins that was secretly retained by the GST in January of this year without board authorization. As explained by the Claims Committee decision, and I quote, "It is worth noting here that none of the attorneys based their opinion on the 1996 plan document, which is the version of the plan document applicable to Mr. Shapeberger. Nor is there any indication that the attorneys who addressed the issue of whether Mr. Shapeberger received impermissible benefits limited their review of legal authorities and guidance concerning severance of employment requirements and what constitutes a severance to those authorities that were in existence in September of 2000. End of quote. The claims decision also noted, and I quote, "Even the plan's counsel on numerous occasions indicated to the Claims Committee that he felt there was no malfeasance by the General President and that he did nothing wrong with respect to the commencement of his pension benefits in 2000. End of quote. In addition, the plan attorney was basing his opinion on the wrong plan document, even though the right plan, the 1996-98 plan, was actually in the files of the IAFF Human Resources Office all along, an office which is under the control and authority of the GST. Over the past 8 months, we have seen continuous false statements and accusations and flatly wrong and inappropriate remarks delivered about my pension at state and provincial conventions, and privileged information that has been distributed to anti-union media outlets in an effort to attack me and our union. The false statements have also questioned the financial decisions of multiple executive boards over the years, and the financial reporting and financial management of the past General Secretary Treasurers, Budget and Finance Committees, trustees, and our independent auditors. These false attacks have called into question the legacy of dozens of our past and present leaders while smearing their good name and tarnishing the brand of this great union that we have all worked hard to build into a powerhouse. And all along, I have strongly objected to these divisive tactics. And I have maintained that I would allow the processes established by our union's constitution and bylaws and the executive board and the various special committees, each with their own legal counsel, to take control and work their way through the process. My message now is the same as it has always been. The truth will come out. The committees will report the facts, and I'll let the committees' work speak for themselves. I encourage all of you to read in its entirety this recent decision by the Claims Committee. It reinforces again that what I've said in my own defense is true. Most notably, the decision clears me of any wrongdoing, plainly stating, and I quote again, Mr. Schaetberger did not engage in dishonest or improper acts in order to collect pension benefits. End of quote. Furthermore, the decision makes clear that in 2002, the Executive Board voted unanimously to approve an amendment, known as Amendment 4, to the plan reaffirming my ability to continue collecting from the staff pension plan in my current role as General President. And I quote, "This committee therefore finds that the Executive Board knew, when it voted to approve Amendment 4, that Amendment 4 was designed to permit Mr. Schaetberger to receive his pension benefits while serving in the position of General President." End of quote. Others may attempt to mischaracterize this decision, to once again serve their own ambition and purposes. When they do, they will continue to expose their own agenda and further harm this IAFF of ours. I understand these issues have caused great concern among our membership, and I'd like to thank those who have chosen to adhere to the process and wait for the truth. We continue to take the steps necessary to maintain a strong and vibrant union, focused as it has been and always should be on the health, safety, and working conditions of our members. Thank you for your continued commitment to this union and to its members, and stay safe out there.